Hi everybody, this is Dale. Welcome to my channel, Not Too Shabby Chic. I am going to show you a little tutorial on how I made a little insert booklet for your junk journals or just for a card or whatever you want to use it for. I got some claim checks from Debbie Hicks in Happy Mail, and she sent several out to other folks too, and I was just awesome I felt wonderful when I got these because they're so cute. Great for tags, you know, for your junk journals. But I got looking at them and thinking, I could make a little journal out of these. So I made one out of a layaway tag I had, but I don't have any more of those, and I got these, so I wanted to show you how I did it. There's two different ways we can do it. So the first way, you just want to fold your claim check and then fold there. And then this is perforated, so we need something to line the seam with so that it won't tear completely off. On the prototype I had here, I used washi tape, and you can use washi tape, but I wanted to try something a little different. So I've got some canvas strips, some cheesecloth I'm going to do one with, and this lace. So we take the lace and put across the seam. That'll just help reinforce it a little bit. So we're going to get some glue out, and this requires no sewing. You can sew if you want, but the way I'm doing it for video purposes and the way I did my prototype was no sewing. So let's glue this lace down so we can reinforce this seam. Of course, washi tape would be quicker because you don't have all the gluing to do. I'm talking too southern. Then you can just wrap it around on the back. Come on, I'm rubbing away and there's no glue coming out. That's good enough. Again, we're just trying to get enough fabric on here to reinforce the seam. And if you hear a loud noise, it's my laptop fan. For some reason here lately, it needs to cool off a lot. I don't know why. It must be getting old like me and having hot flashes. And it happens. Alright, make sure I'm staying in camera. So we got that glued down. And you're just going to cut it. And we're going to do the same thing up here. Now this isn't a perforated seam, but I just like it for continuity to put some on this seam. And we're going to go around the other side. Oops, let me move it down just a hair. Luckily with Fabri-Tac you can reposition. Now if you use some other glues you might not have that luxury. And you use, this is 3-in-1. I happen to like Fabri-Tac better, but I got the 3-in-1 for a good deal on Amazon, and I'm just about out of it. And I went today and got some Fabri-Tac at Walmart, and it was much less expensive than the craft stores. It was only $9.94 for the 8-ounce bottle, and it was full. Every time I've ever gone to Michael's or Joann's to get Fabri-Tac, the bottle is like a quarter of it is gone. Now I don't know, and sometimes the bottles have leaked. I don't know if that's just the way it comes, but I've yet to go to Michael's or Joann's and find Fabri-Tac that had really a good full bottle. And so I checked it out at Walmart, and they did. And so I bought 2 or 3 because I use it for everything, because it's just a great glue that you can depend on, and it won't turn loose on you once it sets. So, and it's pretty fast grabbing. So I'm going to snip that off. Maybe I'll snip that one off a little closer. Oops. Okay. Anywho, here we go. So we've got the our seams reinforced, and then we're just going to train it a little bit and fold it. And you can fold it, you know, further out this way if you want it to come in, you know, less. I just wanted it to be flush this way. Then I just took my ink and I'm inking up the edges. And I have a heavy hand with inking. I love the edge to be really dark and then fade in. So this is my technique. I use a brush and I lay it down and kind of circular motion and hit the edge as I come up. Like so. Excuse me, I've got allergies. I always have allergies, but they're a little worse today. So, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing because my hand's on top, but let's try it this way. So I'm going like that. There's no good way to show you how I ink, so I'm not going to worry about it. But you get the idea. I just hold it a little tilted, not flat, so that I get that edge really dark. And if I'm in a hurry, I don't take this much time, but for the longest time, this is how I inked everything. And it's time consuming, as you can see, just to do this one little tag. If I were left-handed, so I apologize if you can't see it good, but anyway, I hold it at a little bit of an angle, not a lot, and just hit that edge in circular motion so that it comes out just a tiny touch. And I just like to ink the lace too, because I like grungy. How about you? You don't have to ink it at all. And a lot of people don't ink so much, and their work is gorgeous. And I always think, I'm going to do this time, and I'm not going to ink anything. Yeah, and then I will wake up and realize I just can't. It's like I start to twitch or something if I think about not going to ink it. And I look at it and I'm like, I have to. So, let's do the back. That's a little uneven. Now, see, that'll drive me nuts. So, let's pull this down a smidge. That won't look quite so bad. It's a little better. So anyway, I like to get the center there. And then we're going to do the same thing. And we could serenade or sing, or she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain. Just kidding. I used to sing that all the time. That was one of our travel songs. When my dad and stepmother and I, my sisters and brother would go on trips. We drove everywhere. We had a station wagon back in the day before you had to wear seatbelts. And we sang the whole way. My stepmother would sing songs with us. And She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain was one we loved because we knew all kinds of verses that went with it. And we would just be singing away, as well as quite a few other songs. And that's what I do when I think about when I'm working sometimes. I'm like, okay, this is like going around the mountain. I'm inking. I've had a lot of people ask about how I ink, and so I thought I would show you, but it's hard for you to see. Like I said, I just hold it at an angle. I don't hold it like, let me try this. I don't hold it flat. I hold it kind of like this and do it that way. And you could try to do it up in the air, but you don't get as much. So if you want a thinner line, you don't have to lay it down. See, I got it a little too flat there, and it's not so faded. It looks just like kind of like a blob. But okay, now I'm going to ink this, and I'm going to ink this, and then just for fun, I like to ink a little bit all over. Again, you don't have to do that. You just kind of like it to look worn. Like little fingerprints on it. So, there's our inked tag. Now, it folds nicely. So, what do we need? We need some papers. And you could sew the papers, if you're going to open it, you could sew the papers here or here. Since this is perforated, I would prefer to sew them here. You can sew them or staple them. For tonight, I am going to just staple some papers. And I have close by some coffee dyed papers. Or you can use, craft paper, designer paper, any kind of paper you want. If you would like some, have more color, you could do that. I may try to use this to give it a little color here instead of the coffee dyed. So I know that I'm going to want it. I don't measure, so I want it, that wide, and I'm going to want it I don't want it to be too close in. So this is how I do my papers. I'm not technical. I hate measuring. I don't know why. Someone must have made me measure all the time in school, and I didn't like it. So I just hate measuring. Absolutely hate. So I'm going to get my tear ruler because I want my edges to be a little, not so straight. And we're going to turn it this way. No, wrong way. If you use the tear ruler, you need to tear it the right direction. So here we go. Alright. So I got the right width. I need to cut off. Let's tear it off. I'm going to tear off just a hair there and a hair here. And hopefully this works, because when it's just a little bit, yeah, see, it doesn't like to tear. And this is rice. Sorry about my dogs and my husband. If you hear them, they like to be loud when I'm trying to do videos. So it's hard to rough up rice paper. So it probably wasn't the best choice in the world for me to use. But I just wanted to get a couple of sheets here, and I should have cut these out beforehand, but I forgot. And then I'm going to fold this piece that's left. They don't have to be the same size. You just do it however you want. So we're just going to go with these two little sheets. And I want to ink them. And I'm going to use my Vintage Photo is also the color I use there. So I'm going to use some vintage. Ooh, my little plant came off. This is some kind of rice paper that's got real plants baked into it or stuck on it somehow. And I don't remember where I got it, but it's really cool. I just don't want to rub them all off. So let's just do that. And go on the other side. Do that. I'm going to ink this. And we're going to ink the inside. Need to rough this end up if it'll let me. Like I said, the rice paper doesn't always rough up too good, so I'm just going to tear it a little bit. I don't care if it's even because I like it to be grungy and messed up. Some people would think that's called messed up. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. Now, you're thinking, why'd you put pink on there? So I'm going to use this Chalk Cloud Blending Ink by Cosmic Shimmer Toasted Rose. I love this stuff. It's great ink. It stays good. It's not shiny or anything. And I love the way you do that. And it's this little sponge that goes in and out. So I'm just going to mix my color a little bit, just to get a little bit of sort of a pink color with the brown. And you can just hit it here and there. I do a lot of mixing when I ink too. Sometimes, my brown I decide isn't dark enough. I might mix Vintage Photo with a little black, or I might, whatever I need to get whatever color I want. So there's a will, there's a way. So experiment with your inking. You don't have to just have this one color, and there's no rules. At least not for me. So, there's a page. In this page, I'm going to do the pink first. It's not folded very well, is it? Do the other side. And let's go to the inside. I'm just kind of doing it in a hurry so that we don't take all night. Have to remember, I'm on camera. I'm not just twiddling my thumbs, playing with my own stuff, making things on my own. I'm not used to doing tutorials, so I've only done 2 or 3, and you probably can tell by the way I'm doing them. Hopefully I'll get better at it, and I appreciate your patience. And those of you who keep hanging out with me, please come back. And like I said, I hope to get better. Sorry, my light is not the best in this room either. So I want to put a little brown on it. So you can do it, as you can see, either way. You can put the brown first and then the pink, or you can do the pink first and then the brown. I do it both. I don't really have a preference one way or the other. So that's good enough. And for today, I'm only going to do 2 pages. So here we go. Got our couple of pages. We're going to put it right here. I think that's going to stick out a little, so I'll pull that off. So then you get your stapler in your little fold there. Make sure you're not hanging out. And I am going to be hanging out. I think the other one I did, the perforation was up here, so I sewed it in there, and that didn't show. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't want it to stick out, I'm just going to snip that off. Now you know what that means. I got to ink that. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Let's put our little page in there. Put our little page in here. Very good. I don't want that white shining like new money through there. Let me find my stapler, which I should also have had ready. I was going to use the tiny attacher, but I think I still will. So here's the tiny attacher. I'm out of frame. Sorry. Let me... There we go. So now, watch this. It's not quite big enough, so you can either do it off center, or you can get one of these handy dandy long arm staples and use that instead. Just make sure you keep your pages lined up and don't do like I have done many a time. And staple them wrong. Sorry, my dogs are nervous because people are doing firecrackers. So there we go. Stapled that. See? Yeah. Now, I just realized if you don't want these to show, glue your lace on after you do that, which we can do that anyway to hide it. So anyway, there you go. You've got, you open this up, you open that up, and there's your couple of pages. This is dingy, grungy goodness. And now I'm going to take to tie it. I've got the seam binding that is a pretty light shell pink color as well. And I'm going to scrunchie it all up. This is that Hug Snug, so it's awesome stuff. And you just scrunch it up like so, and it will pretty much stay that way. Isn't that cool? I love this stuff. I'm not going to cut it yet. Sure as I do, I'll get it too short. So what I do is I put it through here, pull this one a little bit longer and loop it through this way, or you can just tie it in a knot, however you want to do it, but I'm just going to do this. And so you close this flap, then I'm going to bring this around to the shorter one, so you go all the way around and tie it up in a little bow. Make it a hair smaller here. And there you have it. There's our little claim check journal. Isn't that cute? I'm sorry about my lighting. I've got to work on it. It's just not the best. And then you can decorate it, of course, like I did this one. I put, you know, lace here. Let me move that light. Maybe that. So I put, you know, lace here. And then on the back, a little word cluster. And I didn't decorate the inside because I like the words showing. But that's basically how you do it. So it's simple, should be quick. I know I don't do anything very fast. And then you can embellish it later. You could make up several of these and keep them plain and decorate them, later. There was a different way that you can close it, instead of using the seam binding if you want it, and I'll show you. So we will take, let's see, I like that way. What you do is you don't fold it all the way over. I left about that much, an inch maybe. This claim check has a little flap that pops up right there. So all you have to do is tuck that in. Is that not cool? So you do the same things by reinforcing here with your, you know, washi tape or fabric or whatever you want to use, but you don't need the seam binding. So let's use some washi tape on this one. We'll just do another one real quick. Almost shoot fire and save the matches. That's what my mom always said. Can't even get washi tape straight. Might help if I'm in camera, wouldn't it? Okay. Boom. I'll fold that over. And I'm going to bring this to meet like so. Eek. And there's one seam. I'm not going to do that seam yet because I'm going to staple. So we're going to ink. This time I'm not going to do my super heavy inking. I'm just going to do the fast inking. I just did the other way so you guys could see how I do it. But for video purposes, it's not fun to watch people ink because it's like watching paint dry. It's not exciting, and it's something not that hard to do. So let's go back up here. Go in and out and around. Like I said, I like it to look grungy, and I want that little edge. Since that's what's going to stick up, I want that to be inked really well. And be careful that you don't break it off. It'll be easy to do. And I want to lift that up and ink under it. So there. Let's finish inking this puppy. I don't have that much washi tape. You guys, some of you have like every kind of washi tape pattern there is under the sun. I'm just now starting to kind of like it. I never was a big fan, but now that I'm doing grungier and more eclectic, like home goods kind of stuff, I'm just really liking to just throw some washi tape on it, or throw a piece of masking tape, or a piece of scotch tape, and, you know, whatever, just to make it look truly old-timey, homemade. Like people had to just grab what they had at home to put together something, and that's kind of the look that I'm going for. And as you know, washi tape doesn't always stick real well, so you might want to add a little extra glue there. So now we're going to do, I don't know why I did that, I'm just used to inking all my seams. I'm going to go this way. And I'm just tearing that one. So, there you go there. You can decorate this. And again, I like the words showing. You could put it in a journal this way, like glue the back down. Glue this back down to your journal page. And have this, you don't have to glue that down. And do it like that. And that way they can just open it, and you can have the paper here, so that you just flip it up and have it on your page. Or if you want it as a standalone, you know, you can just stick it in your journal. And it would even be cute with a little dangle or tassel if you had it as a loose little journal. For example, I will show you one. A little pink. Right here. So you can take this little doodad. Let me see. I don't forgot which way goes where. Okay. I prefer this direction. So it's going to open that way. So you can put your little dangle right here. Wouldn't that be cute? You just kind of poke a hole and do it. And then when you open it, there you go. So there's two different ways. Of course, you got to put paper in there. So you can use seam binding or lace or whatever you want to wrap around through that hole, or you can use this little flap if you have the claim check tickets as your closure. So that's the little mini journals, the idea that I had. I hope you enjoyed it and that you got inspiration and that you'll come back. Please subscribe if you haven't and hit the like button. Also, I wanted to let you know that when I hit 1,000, I'm a little over 600 subbies right now, but when I hit 1,000 subbies, I am doing a giveaway for a $60 gift certificate to Amore Fabriques. That is a place that I get a little bit of everything. You can get coffee dyed papers, you can get ribbons, thread, sewing things, junk journal things, vintage ephemera, books. I mean, she has everything under the sun. And if she doesn't have it, you can message her, and that her is Selena, who is the owner of Amore Fabriques. And she can find it for you most likely, and she'll try to. She's great, and she just has awesome stuff, very good value for the money. So I thought that would be something nice and something that anybody could find things from. And it can be worldwide. So I'm not limiting it to the US because of the shipping issues. You'll just have a gift certificate and you'll have $60 to spend. I am doing 45, and Selena is generously giving $15 to put with that to make it 60. So when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away that $60 Amore Fabrics gift certificate. So everybody, please like and share and let everyone know that when I hit 1,000, we are having a giveaway. So I hope to see you, and let your friends join, share, like. Let's get it rolling. I only need right at 400 to hit 1,000, and I would love to be able to do that very soon. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Know you're loved and you're special. See you soon. Bye-bye.